So you're running out of closet space. The good news? You don't need to stop shopping. You just need to start selling with The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. Whether it's that mini bag that can't even fit your phone or those boots you never fully broke in, The RealReal handles everything from photography and copywriting to shipping and pricing. So you can just sit back, get paid, and make room for things that actually feel like you. And with 10,000 plus new arrivals every single day from top designers like Prada, Celine, Louis Vuitton, and Loewe, all for up to 90% off retail, you're bound to find something perfectly on brand to fill that extra closet space with. Plus, this May only, you can get an extra $200 to shop when you sell for the first time. Make room for what feels like you. Go to therealreal.com to start selling and get your extra $200 to keep shopping at therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com. Terms apply.
I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta. David Archuleta is on the show today, and we talk about Disneyland, MormonBoys.com, and the reality of trauma. But first, do you want to see me go off? Because I think you want to see me go off.
Mom!
Our season has arrived.
Yeah! Let's party! Let's celebrate!
Oh my God, are you gay like me?
Very gay!
Not just gay, LGBTQIA.
Honey!
Are you an ally?
Very ally!
You don't mind when a bitch poses nasty.
Homosexual, homosexualis, homosexualidad, creature, yes God, slay mama, the house down boots. Is it giving, daughter? Because I am ready to give what's meant to be given.
Mother!
Oh, sick.
I'm Delta Work, a living, breathing woman, and you are watching Very Delta.
Slay, bitch!
I'm Delta Work, and this is Very Delta, a luxury public access podcast and talk show where I look gorgeous, speak extemporaneously, and invite fascinating people to sit on the couch and get Very Delta. Very Delta is for the woman who knows that disco is the mother of house. But first, let's get into some things that are very Delta. Subway is closing 600 stores. Told you. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I have been talking about Subway since the dawn of this show, and things have not improved at all whatsoever on any level. I'm still not understanding. You know, I recently ordered Subway through the DoorDash app, and it came, and I can't think of anything clearer than typing out everything that you want on a sandwich. What could be clearer than that? The sandwich showed up and it was toasted. I don't like a toasted sandwich. I don't want a toasted sandwich unless it's a meatball sandwich or like a pizza sandwich. If Subway's going to do that, I'll take it toasted. But other than that, I want that chewy bread. I want that freshness. I want it to smash down and pop back up. I want cold sandwiches from Subway. I like it a certain way, and you know I don't want too much mayonnaise on it, but the sandwich showed up and it was toasted. On top of that, I feel like enough people have generated enough noise about the mayonnaise situation that all these years later, we would have a grasp on where the condiments go on the sandwich. Why is it when you walk into Subway and they go, "Welcome to Subway!" and you walk up, when you select your bread, why is the next option not the sauces? If you make a sandwich at home, you put mayonnaise, mustard, whatever sandwich spread you like. If I want mayonnaise, why isn't it on the sandwich first, and then the meats, and then the cheeses, and then the vegetables, and then maybe the oil or something like that so they can get all over the vegetables? What I don't understand is why the Sandwich Academy has not changed the curriculum. Why is it still make the sandwich, have it overstuffed, and then get all of the mayonnaise and mustard and put it on the outside so that when you... Why are they still taking the sandwich, putting it there, spreading the bread open, putting the meat in, putting the cheese in, putting the vegetables. You know, I want extra bell pepper, extra onion, extra tomatoes. Those are all in there. And then the mayonnaise on top, the mustard on top. Why? Why would you then want them to take all of that sauce and lay wax paper on it and lay another wax paper on it and fold it up and send it on down the line and write on it, ham, extra cheese. And then I go home and I open it up and there's all the sauce. There's right there. Didn't I help you make that? Why do I have to tip you for helping you make that sandwich? I told you how to do it. I'm not opposed to tipping people, but what I don't understand is why can't we just write it down and you do it? Like old school, like, welcome to the sandwich shop. Here's what I want. And then they just do it. But you're sick. All the screaming still at Subway. This is why they're closing all their stores. Nobody wants to go. Everyone's tired of all the screaming. People don't like it whatsoever. I don't get why there would be so much sauce on the outside of the sandwich. And then this idea of toasting a sandwich just unilaterally, well, we're going to toast your sandwich. We can see the request here. DoorDash, order, sandwich. And then they toast it. Why would I want a toasted sandwich? A toasted sandwich and an untoasted sandwich are vastly different. It's kind of like if someone is a top and someone's a bottom. The sensation is entirely different. If you're someone who likes to top exclusively, that's what you want. If you're someone who wants to bottom and you don't like anything other than bottoming, you know what you want. Now, if you're verse, you'll go with the flow. You'll take whatever, you like the sensation of both. I am strictly a cold sandwich person at Subway. Do with that what you will, but do not toast the sandwich because I'm not reversing roles. I'm stuck in my role. I know what I like. I know what I want to do. That's what I want to do. There are times when it could change a little bit. Like I'm saying, it's malleable if I tell you. But if I don't tell you, you cannot make that assumption. Why would anybody? And then why? Here's my thing. If you're going to make the mistake and toast the sandwich and just assume, if this is an emergency situation and there's no other food, I get it. But if I'm paying for this on a delivery service, come on now. Like, I have no recourse. I'm not going to complain about it and wait for another sandwich to show up. I'm going to eat whatever shows up. But on top of toasting it, they toasted it after the vegetables were on top. So in addition to a crunchy bread, there's now this hot harvest salad going on top of this sandwich. So all of the vegetables are wilted and cooked. Listen, I have time for wilted peppers and onions on a hot dog, but I wasn't eating hot dog. I was eating a ham and cheese sandwich. Who in the world would think this is the one that needs to be toasted? But wait, let me put the vegetables on there and steam the shit out of that. Why would I want that? Why in the world? And then on top of that, the mayonnaise. And then you unwrap it and just scraping everything off to try to salvage something. And what was left in there? The contents of a ham and cheese croissant. That was it. That was it. $20 sandwich, too damn bad. Don't complain, because if you complain about not getting what you paid for, you're a Karen. You're awful. You're bad. You don't understand the struggle of other people. Why didn't you tip more money? Oh my God. Whether it's the delivery or going in or calling the order or getting, this is what happens. This is what happens. The expectation to tip the people at Subway is crazy to me. But what's worse than that is, damn well those people aren't getting any of those tips. Those are individually owned shops, and those people are keeping the money, and they're making you feel bad because they're not paying those people a living fucking wage. And they assume that you will feel bad, and you're thinking, oh, well, we're part of it. This is all like one and we're helping one another. No, they're pocketing all those tips and not giving them to any of the people who work there. I just know it. 600 stores closed. Bye. I don't know what to say. It's all going to shit. All the food places, all these middle of the road, Applebee's. I'm surprised Applebee's, Chili's, I'm surprised they're even in business. People can't afford to go out and eat anymore. They have to give you these specials hoping they can hang on to their regular customer. They're a regular customer that kept them in business. They're middle class people that would go out to eat once or twice a week. Can't afford to do that anymore. So they offer these specials and people think, maybe I can afford to go. The hope of the business is that you're going to purchase another item, a cocktail, something else. People are barely affording the 3 for me or whatever it is. Chili's knows what they're doing. Chili's has us locked in. But all these other places that are closing, they're closing because no one can afford to eat there. And Subway's doing the same thing. Not only can they not afford to eat there, they're tired of you screaming at them. They're tired of you burning the sandwiches. They're tired of you putting mayonnaise on the outside. Why are you doing that? Why, in this process of learning and this process of being better, wouldn't you go, you know what? Every time I make a sandwich at home, I put the mayonnaise on the bread first and then I spread it out. You never make a sandwich. Would you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at home and just lay the bread down and then get the butter knife and go around the sides with peanut butter and jelly? I would never do that. I would want it in the middle. So that way I could eat the sandwich and all of the insides stay inside. Nobody is making a hoagie at home and then closing it and then just spreading mayonnaise on the outside. Who is eating that? I know these are sandwich artists, and I know you're not supposed to question someone's artistry. I know they come from the Sandwich Academy, but I am the sandwich ambassador, and I don't want to see the restaurants close. I don't want to see these 600 close. I don't want to see 600 more close, but you've been warned. You knew prior to the first 600 closing that there were things that could have been done that have not been done. You knew about the mayonnaise problem. You knew about the screaming. You knew all of these things that needed to be fixed, and you laughed in our face. What can we do to prevent the next 600 Subways from closing? We can rework the curriculum. I'm available for phone calls. I'm available for consultation. I'm available to come in and really clean up this situation. These people need to be compensated a lot more fairly. These people need to not rely on these tips, supposedly tips that they're not getting. Start giving the employees their money and bring back the seafood salad. Do you want to see me take a break? Because I think you want to see me take a break.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. November is Men's Health Awareness Month, so Talkspace wants guys to know that being prepared for life's biggest challenges and opportunities means prioritizing mental health, too. Talkspace can help you go beyond fine-tuned workouts, supplements, and productivity hacks. Talkspace can help you fine-tune your inner life so you can succeed in being the best version of yourself in any situation. And with Talkspace, you can get therapy from anywhere and on your time. You can even text your therapist between sessions. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace takes most insurance, and most insured members have a $0 copay. Men's Health Awareness Month is the perfect time to reach out to Talkspace. Now, get $80 off your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com and save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com. That's Talkspace.com, promo code SPACE80.
Today's guest is gay, bi, queer. What you know about creme brulee? It's David Archuleta.
Hey.
How are you?
Delta, doing well. It's so nice I'm enjoying chatting with you and with your crew as well. It's been fun so far.
Well, what I love, and I can tell that I'm going to have a good time when a guest comes, is when I feel like the chatting already starts before we do anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like you're so easy to talk to already.
Thank you.
And I've known you from television. I've been a fan. So to have you here is really, really exciting, especially now, like during a Pride season, especially when this time is so weird and questionable for everyone, you know?
Yeah.
How does Pride season look different to you this year?
I think it's interesting because when I came out in 2021, it was a lot, the climate of the country was different.
Sure.
And so it just seemed like, a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, people still had opinions, but it was more tame. It was more from the sidelines rather than in like the combat zone.
Right.
And I feel like now, this year, 4 years later, because in our head we think, we make progress as time goes on. But I realize, no, sometimes you take steps backwards and people get triggered or irritated and there's fear mongering that happens. And people are now more rallied up about issues that weren't as big of an issue a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So entering into Pride feels a lot more like you feel a lot more like dutiful,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot more. And I would say even more pride. And it's like, you know what? It was easier for me to come out thanks to the work that people did before. And now it looks like some more work needs to be done, but I feel like, good. Like I've gotten comfortable with myself. I'm out. Like I can't really do anything about like hiding from that. So it's like, okay, I guess it's time to do the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that's what's so important about what you do as an artist is the visibility. I think the visibility is so much of the work. When people get to see a queer person living authentically, but focusing on something like an art, music, creating, and they can see the contributions that you're making, someone that they've loved all along and known all along, that reveals this part of themselves and realizes they're no different than they were before. Mm-hmm. We're just getting to know more about them and more authentic. So I think the work that you do and artists who are in the public view, that is what we need for people to realize these are just same people that have been creating for you and you've been loving for so long. Do you get pushback at all?
Yeah, especially like people who don't follow you but know who you are, feel a lot more bold and a lot more of a need to like just hate on other people. I feel like a lot of people right now online, wherever they may be, but definitely in the US, like people are angry, they're frustrated, and they will lash out anywhere. And they are lashing out everywhere. So it's like you say something and people just want to be like, oh, like what is this has been? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, I've been a has been for a while. So it's like, okay, but they feel a need to say that now.
Sure.
And I'm like, I feel like I'm trying, coming back, like having to come back. It's like, yeah, I've been a has been, but I'm trying to come back now. So I'm putting the work in, I'm putting the music out, getting the energy up in my career. But I'm like, I wonder why people want to just be mad at everything. And I think you see it even with politics, like people are just a lot more prone to be mad. And I'm like, I wonder where that comes from. The whole MAGA movement, I think, comes from just people wanting to channel this frustration and anger and this like aggression that they've built up for a long time. I guess they didn't have outlets or something. I don't know. But
yeah. I think the solution is that a comet has to come down and obliterate the whole planet. And those of us that survive will, I don't know, go to Cheesecake Factory. Do you like Cheesecake Factory?
I love Cheesecake Factory. There's something for everybody there.
There is. This is my question. I always want new flavors of cheesecake. What do you think about creme brulee cheesecake?
Oh,
imagine.
I like that.
They go together like this.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Amazingly.
What would
creamy.
that taste like? What would it sound like, creme brulee?
I want to hear the sound of it breaking open.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
okay.
And then like you get to the creamy stuff, the creamy goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what would it sound like?
Like crackling and and then like once you hear the shattering, like you go in and then it starts going like the gooey sensation and the sound.
Oh yeah.
Of like almost like the slurpiness of like the spoon going into like the cheesecakiness of it. Yeah.
Can I have it all?
Why not?
Like all in one, just one swallow.
I mean,
all of it.
That might be a lot, but you could try.
I've been beat up before. You know what I mean? Like I have the golden throat. That's what they call me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some people call me that.
Wow.
Did you know that the Golden Globes have now opened a category for best podcast? We'll see you at the Globes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just heard that.
When is
They're not going to give it to anybody. They're going to give it to all these other people with these busted podcasts, all these straight white men who have podcasts. No, they, I don't even know. I think they're going to do it this year, next year, whatever. But Creme Brulee, I really do want to talk about this because we were listening to the song while we were getting ready or while I was getting ready.
Oh.
Yes. And I love it. It's so smooth. It's
good.
sexy. It's so interesting. You know, when you think of someone's music and how how people were introduced to you on reality television and how things progress as they go, you can see it. And you can hear it in the music. You can hear that there's new chapters to you. There's a new understanding. You're going somewhere else, but you're still keeping true to all of the things that you love about music. How is music different for you now versus when people first got to know you publicly?
Yeah, well, I think it's a very different place. I talked to a lot of Idol contestants, and a lot of people hate the experience. Like, they love the opportunities it's brought, but they hate the experience. Like, I've rarely found anybody who enjoyed their time on American Idol. Right. It's more the results, the benefits, the connection that you've made with people. But it's like, there's so much anxiety that stays with you for years after the show. It's only a few months that you're on that show, like a year process from like auditioning to the end of it. But the mentality that it puts you in lasts for like, well, now we're seeing like over a decade. I was talking to a couple of the other American Idol finalists or winners, and we were all like, wait, you still feel like that? And like, you're still paranoid in this way? I'm like, I thought that was just me. And they're like, oh no, honey. Like, and so it was very interesting to see like, okay, we're all affected. Why? Why did it affect us this way? It was supposed to be such a great experience.
Sure.
What I didn't enjoy about that experience is you're so exposed. And the person that I was at the time, I hated myself. Like, I really didn't unlike myself. And yet I had to go up there and smile and be like, isn't life great? Like, and I'm like, you're all rooting for me. And it's like, I don't even root for myself. I really don't like myself. And
so sad.
I felt like, oh my gosh, if I'm putting myself out there and people are going to see what I hate about myself, which was at the time, I didn't really fully realize it, but it was being closeted was one aspect of it. There are other things. Is this your book? Whose book is this? Trauma Plot? What, or is this not your book?
It's my book.
Oh, nice.
I wrote that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Trauma
Plot. That sounds interesting.
Actually, I wrote a book called Hot Pot about some of my favorite Asian restaurants.
Really?
Yeah. It's my book that I own, but I didn't write that one.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I do have a lot of trauma.
Really?
Yeah. Don't we all? I mean, That's like what you're talking about now, especially when you're in the public eye. Everyone, for you, it's different because you were on like people have followed everything that you've done, and to come out in such a way, like, again, I go back to, do you get pushback because, people know you as shiny and bright and you're still that person, you still have a boyish charm, even though you're a grown man, but you still have that boyish 30s. Charm that people love, that all-American sweetheart. And there's still people out there that are, going to push back at that. And that's just got to feel weird.
Yeah, like being this all-American, because I was like, am I all-American? I'm like, my mom's an immigrant from Central America. I was born in Miami, so I was like, am I all-American? And I think it's like, as American Idol tried to shape me as the all-American boy, I was like, okay, I'll try and be the all-American boy. It was like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was supposed to be.
Right.
All I knew was I needed to be anything but what I was. So I was just trying my best to be what people wanted. And I grew up Mormon, and I tried to be an obedient Mormon. But once I was on American Idol, like the Mormon church was just like, you are our beacon of light in this dark world. And you are the example to be set. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 17 years old. Like, there's still a lot of things about this religion that I don't understand. So, but yet I have to represent it and be the best shining example for everyone else. So it was an interesting place. But yeah, I was going to say it was because I'm writing a book about like American Idol and like coming out and all that process currently. But it is interesting. Like, we all have our trauma.
Of course.
I'm like, everyone could write a book if they like took the time to look inside and see like, hey, well, how far have I come? It's just when you're in the public eye, people are more interested to hear your story because they feel like they've connected to you already.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like me, like coming out, like being watched in my teenage years, you just learn how to dissociate. from sexuality. Like I was like, I don't know if I've had crushes. I don't know if I really like anybody, because that's how you cope with something inside of you that you're not okay with. Like you just pretend it's not there and you just are in denial of it. Because when I came out, like, I didn't look at any porn. So I didn't look at straight porn. I thought I looked at porn, but it wasn't porn. Like,
well, what was it?
Like music videos. I guess this can be kind of hot and steamy.
Sure.
But, or like, I thought like if I imagined, if some things came in my head, I was like, that's porn. And I guess that's where I realized, well, okay, I was very sheltered and very Mormon, because Mormons don't look at porn, or at least you're not supposed to. And
well, they make porn. Have you heard of MormonBoys.com? Say Uncle?
I think I've heard. No, I haven't heard of that.
No.
One. Say Uncle?
Family vids. Like it's all, it's like a whole thing. And you can, like, what are your search words? Do you have any search words?
On porn?
Uh-huh.
Latin.
Okay, that's fair. Well, that's going to give you a lot, because you're going to get Latin leche, you're going to get by Latin boys, by Latin men.
What's
Latin
loads?
Leche? Well, where's your phone? I mean, let's do this. You know what? We'll look at it in a second. Let's take a break.
Okay.
This water, I promise, is clean. There's nothing wrong with it, even though it is in a glass and it didn't come out of, like, you know, you're not holding it and opening a bottle.
Thank you.
The only reason that we have the glasses is because Countess Luann was here. She said, she saw the bottle and she was like, Delta, what's this? And I was like, it's your water. Like, do you want me to open it? Or she's like, why do you have bottles on the set? I said, to drink out of. I don't know. She's like, you have to have stemware or glasses or something.
Really?
I know. And so I was like, oh, like, you know, you learn things from people that I never thought about it. I mean, I know it's probably a lot more elegant, but I needed like a lady to come tell me, like, I thought you were a lady. If you're a lady, why don't you have glasses for your guests? So Doug had to go.
Is it weird that I don't really like straws?
No, not everyone sucks. Some people like to slurp. It's fine.
Well, what is this called?
That's a gulp, which I think is fine. I mean,
I like to gulp. I like it to come in like this way. Like I imagine like a river rather than like.
Yeah, you know what sucks is if you push the straw all the way down to the bottom and you're trying to drink, but it's pressing against the glass and nothing's coming up.
I feel like I'm tasting plastic when I drink out of a straw too.
Well, and we're not really helping the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. We are back with David Archuleta. We were talking briefly about MormonBoys.com.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And basically it's just one of those sites that just caters to people's interests.
So it sounded like you knew some like Mormon background though, because you were talking about like them meeting with a leader of the church.
Right. Well, let's see. I have family that's in Utah. So I know a little bit about that.
Oh.
But they're Jack Mormon.
Got you.
So it's a little bit different, right? Are you wearing garments right now?
I'm not. I don't consider myself Mormon.
Yeah, but just for the feel of it.
I am. I think I got rid of all of mine. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's my question: do you go to a store to buy them, or are they like? Do you have to check them out?
A distribution center. In Utah, they're everywhere. But so I guess usually when I would go visit my family, I would buy more when I was wearing them. And I always felt like safe. Like I felt kind of nestled in them, because what they meant was like you were being protected. Like you had God's protection with you. And that was like a comforting feeling. I guess like how some people wear rosaries or they put them on it's like they feel comforted and like they're protected, being looked out for. And that's how I looked at as garments. But like I couldn't wear tank tops. I guess apparently they've adjusted them recently so that you can now wear tank tops up to here. But like I always felt weird wearing tank tops once I stopped wearing garments. I'm like, oh my gosh, like my shoulder's exposed.
Right.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like am I doing something bad? But
would you perform at like the Tabernacle? Like, could you still do that, or is it because like you're gay? Like, go away. I don't know.
I think they've had queer people come and sing. I think it's more like, well, as long as you're not one of us, we can't really like hold you accountable for the same rules. You may not get the same blessings we're gonna get once we die, but we can still sing with you, kind of a thing.
Well, you know, years ago I went to Salt Lake City Pride. Oh. And I've been there a couple of times, but I remember the first time I went, I was like, oh, this is going to be so scary. It's going to be bad. It was the best Pride I had ever been to. It was super welcoming. Nobody was looking at anyone crazy. We were leaving. We weren't even in the Pride area. Like we were out in a downtown area doing other stuff. There was Pride stuff everywhere. Nobody was saying anything. Nobody was doing anything. But again, it was a different time.
Salt Lake City is great.
It is.
Salt Lake City is very queer. Like there's a huge queer percentage of the population there. And I think I'm not saying at Salt Lake City Pride, but I'm doing Utah Pride.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. So this is my first time doing like an official Pride in Salt Lake, Utah. I'm excited for it.
If you fly into events like that, are you like based on, clearly it's based on your schedule, but do you prefer to fly in like the day before, the day of, an hour before?
Well, I think I'm coming straight from World Pride. So I'm doing World Pride, and then the next day I'm doing Utah Pride.
Okay.
So I think I have to do like the night of or the morning of or whatever. But yeah, have you been to World Pride? Like
I haven't.
Okay.
I was
going to say, what could you tell me about it?
No, I wish I could tell you.
Is it really World Pride?
I mean, I would guess. Like, what happened? Is it like the Olympics of Pride?
I don't know.
Will you turn on a grinder or something like that at World Pride, do you think?
Do you recommend it?
I don't know. I mean, this is a whole new world, a dazzling place, like
I never knew.
Would you, like say like,
I was just
hey,
at Disneyland.
It's me, David. I'm in you, World Pride. Like, people do that.
That's clever.
You could just say that and then like see what happens. Or would you not do like use
I don't know.
apps?
Probably not.
Not use
Probably
apps.
not. Because I feel like it'll be very busy.
Where do queer male celebrities meet one another?
Well, supposedly Raya.
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 What's that?
Raya's this like industry app.
Okay.
Which is it really, I don't know. It kind of isn't really that, to be honest. So I guess just through other friends.
You have all these options.
Do I?
Yeah. You want to sleep with somebody? You go, hey, guess what? We're just sleeping together. Okay, bye.
I'm
like,
not
that's
lie.
fine.
I usually just use Hinge.
Yeah. What
Hinge
about Unhinged? That would be the app.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you ever feel unhinged?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? Like Katy Perry.
Yeah,
like
I was trying to come up with the other word.
You don't have to. You could just not feel like
a
it.
plastic bag floating somewhere.
Yeah, into space.
Yeah. Like Katy Perry was floating in space.
I feel like I can't look at you with a straight face because I feel like you have a million jokes in your head.
Do I? I wish I could get them out. I'm on Red Bull right now.
You're on Red Bull.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Doug gave to me. Yeah.
Yeah, you are on Red Bull.
And I don't usually drink Red Bull, but because I was up till like 1:30 last night working, what was the thing? Something about the frying?
Frying the small fish. Oh my God.
Fish.
See what happens? I can never land the plane.
We really do have ADHD. Like we both have some kind of attention.
We do. We have trauma.
Issue. Is that what it is?
Sexual tension.
I think
that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
No, frying the small fish. Like what's on your nerves? What's just something succinct?
Right now it's the Red Bull. I think
it's on your nerves.
Yeah, it's like I'm like ready. Yeah, I already feel it sweating. Like I'm starting to sweat from the caffeine. Yeah, I think like we were talking. I was kind of complaining because I went to Disneyland and because I was supposed to have like the day off, but then I started having like all this work stuff happen and come in. And so I was having to take calls while I was in the line on the way there with all my friends. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm like here, but like I'm not here in a way. But I did meet the evil queen, which it did something to me.
Something's changing in me.
Yeah.
What was the feeling? Like, did you feel powerless? Did you feel strong?
No, I felt
submissive.
But like I wanted to feel submissive. Yeah. She looked amazing.
Yeah.
She had like great lips and like her eyes were just striking. And she was like, you may bow down before me. And I was just like, I don't know. Is it maybe the obedient Mormon in me that but because I was saying, I think I was telling you about this. Like, I don't like it when guys boss me around, but when a strong woman does, I just was like, and then I was like, can I take a picture with you? And she's like, of course. She's like, what else are we going to do together? Exactly. Luckily I had my sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in Disneyland. There are little kids over there. I can't say what I wanted to say.
What did you want to say?
She's like, what else are we doing? I'm like, I wanted to look, I was going to say, there's plenty that we could do. but I didn't. I held it. I kept it inside of me, and I kind of regret it because I felt this like tension, like this chemistry.
She didn't want you to keep it inside. She wanted you to release it.
I don't think I think I could kind of tell that she was a little like, I mean, everyone loves her. Like she's been going viral for a long time, but to see her in person, I was like, is this how people feel when they meet a celebrity crush? Like they already imagine things that is like it's very much kind of one way. And like, you're imagining that there's more going on than there is.
Right.
I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh, I really do like a strong woman, like a strong-willed domineering woman.
It's very open.
Not too much, but
yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Things to me.
Well, at least you're being honest, with yourself. You have to be honest about.
It was like what a rush. Like that's how I felt.
How?
What a rush.
Can you sing "Rush Rush" by Paula Abdul?
Rush, rush. Yeah.
This is the thing. I think people are less, and you would think they'd be more open, but they're less open to talking about very niche things that are attractive to them or turn them on or whatever it is. So costumes in many ways, cosplay, furries, like people are really
furries are cute.
Yeah, people love it, and it takes them somewhere else. You were saying like, is it an obedience thing? It speaks to everything because
like a beautiful woman with her makeup done perfectly, telling me what to do, but like so confidently and like making her knowing that she's awesome and she's a baddie, telling me what to do and like looking down on me, but like also like I could tell she's loving it. I was just like, I want to do anything you want me to do.
Right?
But
so dangerous.
But it was like an awakening for me.
I'm awake. Are you?
This Red Bull's keeping me awake. That's for sure.
It is keeping you awake.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's really true. Like what you're saying.
But I don't like it when guys do that.
You don't? Do you like doing it to guys?
It's very gender specific.
Do you like being dominant to guys?
I haven't really thought much about it because it was like an awakening moment when it was happening, and that's why I was taking time to reflect. I'm like, I didn't realize how into this I was. I think I like it when guys are a little sweeter, but not too sweet. I don't like it when guys are too flimsy because then there's like too much passive energy. But I like them to have just enough where it feels a little competitive, where it's like a little bit of a wrestle. Because it's like, if you're too masculine, then there's no chance for me to like wrestle with you a little bit emotionally, right? And maybe physically too. But like, if I can't compete, then it's not fun for me. I don't like to be completely dominated, but I don't like to just like you be like a feather in the wind either. Like,
do you wear singlets when you wrestle?
What is
like a singlet? Like you put it on and it's like a sort of longer leg.
I've never done that.
Well, you were saying when you wrestle.
I was referring more like emotionally, like metaphorically speaking.
Oh, you're talking about real relationships.
How like the evil queen was wrestling with me, like like I was just like I felt like she was like pinning me down, and I was like.
Can you imagine her wearing like stockings and garters underneath the robe with like stiletto heels?
I guess I'm not that visual in my imagination.
Really?
I just like what I see, I guess.
So what if she lifted up her dress and she had on like work boots and hairy legs? It would take you out of it.
That, yeah.
It would take you out of it. Oh, okay.
I like the balance of the feminine features with the domineering personality.
So you're homophobic. That's fine. I mean,
how's that homophobic?
Because you don't like cross dressers and stuff, or
I like cross dressers.
You don't like TVs
I like it when
and
they're
CDs.
Kept. I like when they're well kept, I guess.
Oh, yeah. like Naired out. Do you use Nair?
No,
you don't use that. Would you make an album of just speaking the way you speak? Like,
oh
yeah, you should narrate books.
Well, I will be narrating my book when it comes out.
About trauma.
I feel like it's not just about trauma, though. I think it's about how you find a better perspective on your trauma. And I haven't healed from all of my trauma, but I feel like I've made good progress. Even American Idol is like, sometimes like when people ask me about it, it's like, I don't remember. There's a lot of things about American Idol that I don't remember because that's how I cope.
Sure.
That's how I'm able to move on. Yeah. I was talking to Jennifer Hudson. When I was on her show, I was talking to her about American Idol. She's like, I don't remember any of these songs you're telling me that I sang. And I think you kind of do that to cope, to move on. It's like, yes, we're here because we were both on American Idol, but we forget it so that we can move on with our lives. Because there were some very strong personalities on that show who run the show, and they really belittle you so that they can mold you the way that they want for their show.
Mhm.
But in the process, you can feel very, I don't know. You don't feel as human.
Mhm.
You're being worshipped for a few moments on the live television from the audience. And then the rest of the time you're being belittled constantly. So it's like, you don't really know how to deal with those extreme of polar of emotions. So you just kind of
Sure.
like dissociate. Because all these people are loving you and saying you're the best thing in the world. And then you have on the other side saying you're terrible and you're nothing. And it's confusing.
Yeah. I mean, especially when it's, it's that constant comparison in any sort of reality show.
And you're constantly being threatened to that if you step out of line, you could be kicked off the show.
Right. Because I remember like from Drag Race, it was always a thing of, while you are a contestant here, you're also a cast member here.
Yeah.
And so if you're not producing enough of an interesting storyline, there might not be much time here for you. So we can either exacerbate some tiny behavior to make it
Yes.
seem like this was a huge failure.
Yes.
Right?
They can manipulate the storyline and the
Right.
plot and what people see about you to their advantage.
And then people will say, oh, stop blaming it on the edit. There is an edit. I mean,
Yeah.
so just say
Yeah.
there's an edit.
And the producers even will threaten you saying like, oh, like we can ruin your lives. Like
Mhm.
we know what media outlets we can talk to. And it's like, oh my God, like you could ruin my life if you don't like what I'm doing.
Right.
Okay. And I was talking to one of my friends and she was saying, she's like, I meet with a person who is a therapist who specializes in reality show contestants
Oh, wow.
because it's like a very niche thing
Right.
where it's like your actual identity is used, but it can be used against you. And people can portray you to whoever's running the reality show you're on, like to their advantage. But
Right.
they're using you and your life and your emotions and your trauma and your past life and your personality and can portray you, so sway what millions of people think of you like that. And they can make you the villain. If they need a villain, they'll make you the villain, even if you're not really a villain. They can make you the hero, even if you're not really doing anything. They just like you. And I feel like I lucked out. Like they wanted me to be like the good all-American boy, right? But like there are some other TV shows where they need the villain or they need someone who looks like the mother from hell or the contestant from hell. And they really didn't do anything. They just were like, well, we need somebody. So we'll just use you and edit it so that you look horrible.
Mm-hmm. I think that's so true.
It's very interesting.
Let's take a break.
Okay. I just went to Downey.
When?
To the nightlife there, like a couple Fridays ago.
Downey is where the Carpenter's home is. Yeah.
A Karen Carpenter?
Uh-huh. Their home, their family home is there. Yeah. It's like a historical. And was always the pride when you lived in the area to be like, the Carpenters lived here. I know.
Wow.
They have a pride coming up.
Really?
Mhm. Last year they had Valentina perform for their pride.
Valentina.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I wish I knew because I recently became friends with her around that time.
Okay.
And she's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting more like Latina friends and
I love that.
it's fun. It's kind of weird because I'm half Hispanic. So I'm like half white, half Hispanic. And so I feel like I relate to both,
Mhm.
but sometimes I feel like I don't fully relate to either. So it's like, but I do love my Latin. Like
I love that.
most of the people I've dated are Hispanic.
You like what you like.
What's your type?
What's my type?
Yeah.
Well, I've been with my partner for about 15 years. So yeah, that's my type.
He's
He's from Utah. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you like Utah boys?
Yeah, he was a former
Mormon?
a Jack Mormon, a former Mormon, but he was also a ballroom dancer.
Wow.
Yeah, so not anymore. He designs clothes now.
Utah, it be whipping out those
Yeah,
ballroom dancers.
yeah, that's a thing there. It's totally a thing. Oh,
Yeah,
I know what I was
the
going to
hubs.
ask you, but I'm going to bring it when I bring it back. I'm going to ask you, and we'll get to the letters. I promise.
Okay.
We are back with David Archuleta. Can I call you?
Yeah. Can I call you?
Yeah. To dinner, to the tour, to the new EP, any of it.
Okay.
I'm available. Tell me about Can I Call You?
like flirty, but like in a very wholesome way. Like
I like that.
It's not just like everybody. It's like you're talking to like one person specifically. It's like sweeter. Like you want to just talk, like, or you don't even have to talk. Like you just have to, like, have you ever had that moment where you just like want to call someone and just be in their presence because you're not physically
sweet.
with them?
I think everybody has. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Would you allow a song like that to be a lip sync for your life song on Drag Race?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you be on Secret Celebrity Drag Race?
Secret Celebrity? That'd be daunting.
You just go in and they let you do you up in drag. Have you been in drag?
No.
Oh, you have to. It's a rite of passage.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can say like, I do it and be like, oh, I
think
fucking
it'd be
hate
fun.
that. You might hate it. You might love it.
I think it'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a theater. Like you become a character that you're
Oh, for sure.
like you get into a mode and you like, it's like an outlet for something else that's normally not like how you are every day necessarily, but like you can express yourself in different ways.
You could dress up as the evil queen if you want.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
This is the part of the show we call Read Me
gosh.
Delta. People send in their letters. They have questions. They have concerns. They
Ooh.
need advice.
Ooh,
And if
I
you
love
do want to send in a letter, you can send it to readmedelta@gmail.com and we will get your letters and we will open them. Do you have a letter?
You're like
opener for me?
ChatGPT.
Yes. Similar.
I asked ChatGPT a lot of things.
Like, what was the last thing you asked?
What?
Where are the Latino boys?
One of the things I asked, what was it? I was like, what movie? I was asking what movie some actor was in that I couldn't recall,
Mm-hmm.
and it found it for me. Yeah.
Well, I think maybe like, we talked about not being able to like watch a movie all the way through or any of that. That's kind of a thing I do. I'll start the movie and I'll go, what was she in? And then I'm like looking on my phone and then I'm telling people and they're like, we're watching a movie. Like, why can't you just watch it?
Yeah.
I can't. I have to know what other
Oh my
film she was
gosh.
in or
Yeah.
who her mom is. or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
I don't know.
Or like how many kids they have.
Yeah.
Like what religion they grew up.
Can I use your letter opener?
Yes, you may.
Okay, so these, there you are.
Okay,
These, I don't know what letters these are.
I
Doug
love how
picks
you
all
have
these
a
up.
plethora of letter openers. By the way.
I collect them. Sometimes I get at thrift stores. Sometimes people
Nice.
in my family give them to me. Oh, this is a simple letter.
Okay.
Dear Delta and David, why are so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Love the dude in the shower.
The dude in the shower.
The dude in the shower. Why are so many songs
He
about
keeps himself
rainbows?
clean. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Why do you think?
Aren't there only like two that I can think of?
Well, Somewhere
That
Over
one
the Rainbow.
and Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
I mean, I think that's kind of true. I can't
Is there
recall a
another
lot
one?
of songs about
The
rainbows.
Reading Rainbow. That's my favorite rainbow song.
Yeah.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Just take a look, it's in the book, a reading rainbow. I can go anywhere. Yeah,
That's so
Thanks to
pretty.
you. I love that song.
Yeah.
Speaking of like looking up, I looked up the singer of that song. And
hmm Yeah. Songs about rainbows. I don't know. I mean, I think people sort of imagine the pot of gold. Maybe that's part of it. So it's like something that you're working towards.
forgot
Maybe you
about a
can
pot
get
of gold.
there. I think maybe that's the reason people think of sort of that fantasy of there is something better. I think that's the hope. You're going to get through. I always think.
I just thought of a Filipino song that's called Rainbow that I did a cover of.
Really?
So there's another rainbow song.
And what's like the chorus of that?
Take a little time, baby. See the butterflies, colors. Listen to the birds that was sent to sing for me and you. Yeah. Can you hear me? This is such a wonderful place to be. Even if there is pain now, everything will be all right. For as long as the world still turns, there will be night and day. Can you feel me? There's a rainbow always after the rain.
So beautiful.
It's a beautiful
How do you do that
song.
just off the top of your head? I mean, you didn't warm up for that. You just did
I
that.
could tell. You could probably tell that I.
No,
I'm like,
you
if
can't
if
tell.
They're singers, but
What
I
are you
like
talking-
that.
You
I
can
love
tell.
how
We can't tell.
the rainbow. I like that the rainbow's here for the rainbow themed question.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do you carry a handbag?
No.
You don't? Do you carry a crossbody bag
Yeah, I do.
when you go to Disneyland?
Yeah. I do, especially now that I used to take my backpack, but I've had my backpack stolen twice.
What was the most
In the last
important
year.
thing in that bag that
Oh my gosh,
A
my
wallet.
passport
Yeah.
and my wallet, my car key, and I had a watch that I bought for myself.
and they stole it?
And they stole it all, yeah. Twice.
Thieving animals at Disneyland or somewhere else?
Somewhere else.
Hello, Delta, an immaculate guest. What is your B-side song? For every album that has a huge hit, there's a lesser-known song that usually ends up on the B-side. My example would be My First Night Without You by Cyndi Lauper from her album A Night to Remember. I Drove All Night was the biggest hit from that album, while the song I Love barely made the charts. Let the Music Play Love very Christy.
Ooh.
Do you have a lesser-known song that you just love?
I was curious what yours would be.
Well, okay. I guess when they say B-side, like I always think like a single back in the day. We used to have singles. They were cassettes that you would buy for $2.49, and it would be the song and then whatever they thought like the hit was going to be afterwards.
Ooh, okay.
So I always think of that as the B-side. But I'm a Winona Judd fan.
Oh.
And she has a song on her Tell Me Why album. It's called Father Son. And it's kind of got like a religious overtone to it. But it's so good. And it reminds me of, the beat reminds me of a Martha Wash song. So I love that song. I'm a really big fan of sort of what once was called country crossroads, where it's like sort of country and rock meet.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like a genre that was bigger before. It's still around, obviously, but
now it's like country hip hop.
Yeah, I could see that.
And they're so mad that Beyonce was doing country.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's like, all y'all mother, I don't know if we can swear on here, but like they be doing the same thing Beyonce's doing.
Yeah.
It's like she's doing country, but it's like showing that how black people had an influence on country, trying to remind people the roots of it, how they were part of that. And now all these they're doing their country songs to our like hip hop beats. And it's like, no one's complaining about that.
Right.
It's so annoying to me. Anyway.
You have a B-side?
I have to think about that.
What about, do you have a song that is just one of your favorite songs that you've recorded that you don't think has had the traction it needed to have?
There's a song that I really liked that I released called Losing Sleep. I just released it in 2021, like right before I came out, actually. And I really like that one.
Yeah.
It's just like chill and it's just like fun and it felt pretty effortless to make. And, but I really that's one of my favorites that not very many of even my own fans really know about, because it wasn't part of an album or anything, but I'm trying to think of like an artist. I loved, when you were talking about cassette, there was a cassette that I owned because I found it at the thrift store. And I was so pissed off because my aunt took it and gave it to her then boyfriend.
What was it?
And it was mine. And she's like, where's your cassette? Where's that Natalie Cole? Because her then boyfriend and I both loved Natalie Cole.
Okay.
And it was Everlasting, I think is what the cassette was. It had Pink Cadillac on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Pink Cadillac when I was like 10 years old. But there was another song, I think it's gained a lot of traction since. I think it was a fairly big hit for her then. I don't know. It was called I Live for Your Love.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So it was a pretty big hit then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stand up. Yeah.
Her Unforgettable album. She does a cover of A Cottage for Sale, and it's the best cover you'll ever hear. It's all standard.
Really?
It's all Nat King Cole songs.
Okay.
But check it out. Check out A Cottage for Sale. I don't think anyone has done a version like her. Standard, probably from the 40s, like old song. Check it out.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is so fun.
Yeah.
I love this.
So nice to talk to you.
Chit chat.
Yeah.
You are, you're honestly not just an American hero, you're a queer hero. It's really important to see what you do and watch the representation and let people see what I believe to be the best of us. They get to see that we are very real people who provide very real talent and have so much more to show people, beyond sexuality or gender role or any of those things, or all of those things at once, because you embrace all of that. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
I love it.
It was so nice to talk to you.
Today on Very Delta, we solidified that you don't need a label, even if the evil queen is the one that turns you on. We'll see you next week. And until then, keep things very Delta.
Very Delta is produced by Moguls of Media, aka Mom. Hosted by Delta Work. Produced and edited by Doug Robertson. Technical direction by Danielle Mitchell. With original theme music by Will Kitts. Media and design support by Stone Cold. And set design by Eris Sevilla. Executive produced by Alaska, Willem, Big Dipper, Camille Stennis, and Joe Cilio. Recorded at Forever Dog Productions.
But first, let's get into some things. Oh, shit.
Mom!
Watch Very Delta uncensored, ad-free, and a day early by subscribing to Mom Plus Gold. Sign up today at mompodcast.plus for premium content, including weekly episodes of more Very Delta.